Hi, welcome to NewBo. We're bellying up to the bar today and we're going to be sampling some craft beer. Did you know July is actually Craft Beer Month? We're gearing up for the third annual BBQ and Brew event coming to NewBo on July 18th. We've got Quinton with Lion Bridge Brewery here, and he's going to be educating us all on craft beer. I can't wait to learn, Quinton.
Let's do it.
What exactly is a craft beer? Like, what makes it different from all the other beers?
Well, it's technically it's a definition set up by the organization that governs craft beer, the Brewers Association. So there is a definition. I don't know all the details, but essentially it's defined by like smaller independent breweries where most of the ownership is within the hands of like an individual.
What are some specific things that people need to be looking for in a good craft beer? I know you kind of outlined some of them already with the color and the taste.
I mean, I think also knowing, you know, when your beer was made, you know, the freshness of it is important, which is tough to gauge sometimes. But you know, like finding a beer you like and knowing your producer is important, especially for local beer. Another thing to look for, you know, when you open that bottle, you can, you know, and pour that beer into the glass, you can get some ideas right away of, you know, does the beer, is it a nice bright color? Does it have a great aroma that you can sense right away? Or does it look like things that are pleasing to you? As the beer warms, you get more flavor. So it's important to like enjoy the beer and over time. And some people even order like their second beer as they get their first beer if that second beer is going to need to warm up and get to a proper serving temperature.
And how about IPAs versus pale ale?
Yeah, IPAs, as I was saying earlier, it's sort of a nuanced thing, or it's sort of a muddled world, difference between IPAs and pale ales. But typically it would be the pale ale would have a little more malt profile, a little bit more of like what you would call like a sweetness from barley, or just something like what they call like a backbone, something that's there, a little more balanced with the hops and the bitterness. Whereas an IPA is essentially just a vehicle for hops, for bitterness. You know, people love IPAs. It's definitely like at the top of the trend right now. The darker beer you have in front of you there is a beer from Lion Bridge Brewing Company. It's our flagship beer. It's called Workman's Compensation. It's an English-style dark mild, so a little bit like a brown ale. This beer for us took a national award at the Great American Beer Festival last year, a gold medal. So it's considered the best example of this style of beer in the country. Take a little sip. So with this beer, we use all English malts, all English hops, and it ferments at a temperature that sort of gives it a little bit of a fruity character. But you're gonna get some chocolate, you're gonna get some of that, like some people get a little coffee, some people even say it has a little bit of like a Tootsie Roll character. Yeah, and then the other beer you have in front of you is the Big Grove Arms Race. It is a pale ale that utilizes Citra hops for the most part. There is a hop blend, but the Citra hop is the most prominent hop. It was mentioned earlier, you probably have a little bit of a peach character.
Like peaches.
It definitely does. It also, on certain other times, it can have a lot of a lemony character. So it has a great aroma. Yeah, it has a great aroma, great flavor. It's a super popular hop right now. Very hard to get. Big Grove does some great hoppy beers. So it's a really nice example of a
That's
great
very hoppy.
Yeah, a great hoppy that uses this Citra hop. So.
Can we get refills, Quinton, or not?
You totally can. I mean, I didn't pay for the beer, but you definitely.
Join us right back here at NewBo City Market on Saturday, July 18th. BBQ and Brew, it's the third annual event. We've got delicious regional barbecue. We've got home brews. We have crafts. We have Mr. Quinton from Lion Bridge Brewing Company as a judge, ready to roll. He's got his expertise. We'd like to thank Flex Sales, Boulevard, and the Brewers Association. See you right back here at NewBo on the 18th.